While America celebrated job growth, Black women lost more jobs in the last 90 days than any other subgroup. Black women lost 304,000 jobs in 3 months. This is not a coincidence. It is the AI disruption around hiring and retention and around being displaced by AI that no one really wants to talk about. We are really steeped in talking about the federal workforce cuts, DEI programs being dismantled, but AI automation creates the perfect storm that affects and is affecting Black women right now. Black women's unemployment jumped from 5.1% to 6.3%, while the nation's average stayed flat at 4.2%. I was speaking at the ATD conference in May, and I asked the question, who gets reskilled and who gets left behind? And that is the question that we have to answer. The data is alarming. 53% of jobs occupied by people of color will be replaced within 5 years by AI. That's right, 53%. But nobody's really talking about it. It's not just the current job loss. 84% of Black women are breadwinners, meaning we contribute at one of three levels within our household. Meaning we contribute 100% because we are single moms or divorced moms or single, or we contribute less than 50% or less than 50%. When we lose work, entire families and communities suffer. By 2030, 4.5 million jobs occupied by Black professionals will face automation. So let me say that again. By 2030, 4.5 million jobs occupied by Black professionals will face automation. So the question is, do we wait for that to happen? Because no one is coming to save us. No one is coming to save us. We must save ourselves. We need Black-owned investment in our community to upskill and reskill us for the AI future. That is what we need right now, not later, right now. And these unemployment numbers is the wake-up call for all of us. That is what we need to focus in on.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Makakadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. On to this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. As you can clearly see, as you can clearly monitor what she was saying, the truths that she was saying and how she was saying it. And as always, women love playing the role of the victim. In other words, they're the only ones that's going through that. But how she started it out was all about women. And then how she ended it, all of a sudden became about Black people. But one key thing that she fails to comprehend when she said the statistics, how Black women are affected by it. One, you're not supposed to be by yourself, period. A woman is not supposed to be out there single. There should be no single parent, single mothers out there. We live in a society where single parenthood is a disease. It's something that's carried out and is the most celebrated status in the society. So when you have a statistic that wants to remain in this box of singlehood, but when it was all well-to-do for them, they didn't need no man, men of this, men of that. We heard it all. Because the system that is created back then, because the new system that's created is not there's no use for them. All right, there's absolutely no use for these freaking females. But all that time, all that energy, all that bravado that they was spitting, that pride that they was oozing, you know, and if you wasn't on their level, you was not going to uh, be seeing them or being with them. It's so strong and independent. All this nonsense that they spat, and whoa, how the world has turned, and it's all scriptural. This is everything that's happened is scriptural. All right, this is they've been forewarned. Out of all the races on the planet Earth, the black woman is the only woman that celebrates her being by herself, saying that she don't need no man. This science experiment that for centuries, since the beginning of time, of you women and your independence and all this weird sort of thing that you have done, the payout is horrible. It's horrible. Okay, and you're reaping what you sow. So get a couple of scriptures. Yeah, she sold. She said the statistics. She sold it out. She basically said it. It says Second Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. So everything that's happening is the miserable state that's being manifest. We live in the system. We see the system. The system technically is built for women, but the devil that you love so much has pulled a rug over your under your feet. And she said, and I was thinking about it too as she was spatting her thing. I ain't knocking her. I'm just knocking the fact of it covers all. And you know, everybody talk about black excellency, black wealth, all this mumbo jumbo thing that they say. When you go back in the time, you know, you got to know a little history. When black owned businesses, when they had black owned cities, and that money that circulated amongst the people was vibrant, was perfect, was excellent, but this is not our rest. So they burn down they burn down Jake's society, and in return you have individuals that were succeeding. So now you want to. We heard this story before. You hear this over and over and over again. We got to build our cities. We got to build our own businesses, and black wealth. It's been there. It's done that. Okay, but this period of time when they have gotten the things that they desire for themselves, and everything was going good a couple of weeks ago, as things are changing dramatically. It says, because they have, let me read it again, for many great miseries, and this is part of the miserable state. This goes into, I'm not gonna really harp on the broads, but I found it very interesting, which we knew about this a while back. Everybody knew about it, but it's like since that time of May, June, July now, black women in general are losing jobs. All right, many black women, and to be honest, everybody's tired of the sisters at work. You go if you go to any public services and you have a sister there behind the counter, operation. What does she do? She give you nothing but attitude. It's a rarity to find a woman, especially quote unquote black woman, that comes with meekness and somebody that, is enjoyable. They usually spit out venom. All right. It says Isaiah 32:9 says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease," and they've been at ease for a long period of time, a long period of time. They've been in a good state. Think about it. It's gonna say it, but I'm just gonna mention it. You have child support. You have week checks. All right. You have all these different programs that benefit back of you and your independence. It says, "Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled." So it's not a couple month thing when all hell breaks loose. Oh, that's it. Everything's gonna go back to normal. No, ain't no going back to normal. Them losing their jobs, the way it is being lost, and that's why I made the statement. The devil lied to you because the meaningless jobs, the low wage jobs, or even the average jobs, they said, look, we could give it to AI. All right, customer service. Oh, the worst individual is a black woman. The Hispanic woman is right there behind. Attitude. They come to work with a fucking attitude. All right. So the Lord is about to remove everything from you. It says, "Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." The vintage is failing. All right. Let's see what the word vintage is. And this vintage is it. Clip that is the grape crop is the benefits, but it's failing. All right. Trump, Nero, and the big disgusting bill. There's a lot of undermining things that's in there. You know when women really succeeded when they was with their men. All right, when the black woman, your greatest success was when she was with the black man. Some odd reason you decide to listen to this devil, and this devil told you some smooth crap and had you believe in your heart of hearts that you were better off without your significant other. So, all matter of fact, hold that. Let me get this scripture. Let me get this. This is something. 44, I believe. I thought I was gonna just. It's okay. No, 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 no. It's Ecclesiastes. Maybe 40, but still not there. All right, give me 1 second. Apocrypha. Supposed to make my job easier. But as Sirach, yep, 36. I was off. Sirach 36 and 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the kindness. A man loveth nothing better. So men love. Men love, women loves themselves. Flat out. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is then is not her husband like other men. Meaning she's just not gonna just be flattering with the lips. She's gonna give what a man truly needs. All right. And the key thing is right there is the word is comfort. Today's average woman don't give men comfort. That's why they have the slogan happy happy hours. Happy hours was conducted so men don't Men after work do not come home sober to hear their mouths of their wives as she's want to give them everything, not everything in a good way. Speak her mind, you know, just nag them. So we getting a complete opposite today. It says, "He that gotteth a wife beginneth beginneth a possession." Who? So a man, when he man gets his wife, that's his possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest. So the united, the united front of a man and his woman is unbreakable. All right, that's a help to the man. Men were created first. A woman was created to be the helpmeet. All right, it says where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. So when there's no protection, no man in the picture, you women are spoiled. And spoiled doesn't mean you're given everything that you want. Spoiled means you've been pillaged, you've been taken advantage of. So you built in this wacky ass, evil, disgusting system. You put your hopes and dreams, your careers, your womanhood for something that right now is non-beneficial to you. It said, "He that have no wife will wander up and down mourning." And that's why a lot of men, despite they up and down mourning, what are they doing? They're happy because they're by themselves. They don't have to deal with the headache. All right. So here comes the sympathy card with that woman and other women in this particular video collage, and they're upset because times are rough. If you had your significant other, the scripture says two is better than one. I mean, I just quoted it. So if there was two people, two incomes, you know how easy that would be. But nope, not today. You got to be a provider. You got to do that. So it's not about teamwork. It's about individuals. So things are changing. Things are changing dramatically, and your lives it's over. This science experiment that it was the society, it's over for you. All right. From this point on, there is no comeback. There is no uh, um, return to normalcy because we're about to enter the kingdom of heaven. With the order that was established from the beginning is the order that will be established and forever solidified forever. Okay, that's what the kingdom of heaven is about. It's about foreverness. All right, it's not like all these whack evil empires. It's not about none of that. All right, Second Ezra 16:35. It says, no, sorry. I gotta go up. Second Ezra 16:33. The virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms, the women shall mourn having no husbands. The daughters shall mourn having no helpers. So this is a prophecy that's going to take place. And in this prophecy that's going to take place is going to put you in a position that you never thought you ever will be ever again. And why? Because of your pride. And it says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed. So a lot of you have been running circles around men. You have a man for this and a man for that. You're about to lose all of that. Y'all gonna be defenseless. All right. No 911. No man is gonna. The men. The what do they call them again? Captain Save a Hose are not gonna be able to save anything. They won't be barely to save themselves. It's about to get bad out here. It says, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So all that bravado, all that living for the moment. If your ass has never been loyal, don't expect no sort of pet protection in that time. All right, that's what it says. Well, since I'm already there, Isaiah 3:32. I'm sorry. And two, a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. So a man of the Lord is going to be a hiding place from the wind. And just to say this real quick, for the majority of you women, you at fault completely because have the you have the rights of today to select your mate, which is unheard in human history. So the past X amount of years, centuries, you selected your mates. You selected the person that you slept with. So for a lot of you women, if you don't have a man of the Lord in that day, you're completely screwed. It says in a covert from the tempest as a rivers of waters in a dry place as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Meaning that man is going to be comfort to whoever he's protecting. So at that time, in this particular time, in this moment, a lot of women are going to realize they need a man, and they're going to put in their mind they don't mind sharing, because that's the only way you're going to be able, Isaiah 4:1, going to be able to survive the things to come. And you could sit there, y'all can all share the same pookies and the ray rays. If you select that, then you in a rabbit hole, you're going to die. All right. Only other man of the Lord is going to have that hedge of protection with them. So there are many great miseries. Let me go back to that. I'm gonna end it off on this. I'm gonna make this too long. Second is 8:50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time, shall dwell on the world, because they have walked in great pride. And out of all people, the ones with the greatest ego and pride are women." And right now, reality's starting to sink in. So your stock is at a downward spiral. Choose wisely if you still want to believe that you have the choice. Choose wisely, because at this and this rate, you choose the wrong door, your ass is done. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations. Shalom.